back. And we back, and we back, and we back, and we back, and we back.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Johnny Two Thumbs 17 here. You remember me, right? Right? Johnny Two Thumbs 17, the American football manager extraordinaire. I mean, you have to remember the name, right? I'm in the running to be the president of U.S. soccer. I mean, I might as well be, right? Could I honestly be worse than what we have right now? I mean, let's take a look at my resume. I got Stevenage promoted twice. I got Eastleigh promoted. I managed in the Premiership. I mean, I have an Asian Games trophy to my name. Who else in the running has an Asian Games trophy? I don't know. Somebody might. I have no clue. There actually might be somebody that has an Asian Games trophy, but I have one. You know, that's all that matters is I have one. So remember to vote for Johnny Two Thumbs 17 for president of U.S. soccer. Alright, so I have returned from the land of the dead. I was super sick. I've been sick for like 3 weeks. Still not quite over things, but I am in a position now where I'm healthy enough to get back to recording. So this is going to be a little bit of a different video than what you might expect coming off of the last episode. Essentially, I had one episode recorded. I want to say that the video was after the break. I had one episode and then I just went and finished the season. But given that I've been out, it didn't seem right just to upload that video and not have sort of an explanation of why I was gone for so long. So I'm just going to do a recap of last season real quick. Nothing really exciting happened. We didn't make the playoffs or anything like that. We finished 7th, which was pretty good. That's one spot higher than we finished the year previously. And also, I think it was like 5 spots higher than we were predicted to finish. I put up a post on Team Busquets. Go ahead and check it out. The link will be down below to the main site. It's Will Work for Food is the blog post. Go check it out. I did sort of an end of season wrap up where we talked about some stats for individual players and where the club ranked in terms of the league. Go check it out. Not right now. Wait until you finish the video. Finish the video, then go down, click the link, find Will Work for Food, check out the blog post. Don't do it right now. Wait until the end. Wait until the end of the video to do it. Please stay. Don't leave me. All right, so we are in... Oh, my voice cracked. We are in season 3 with the SKA-Khabarovsk. So let's go ahead and take a look at the off-season transfers. There wasn't too much going on. Essentially, the things I wanted to do was I wanted to cut down our foreign players from 5 to 3. Just because with 5, it was too hard to manage them unless you had like-for-like substitution. It really sucked having 5 foreign players because if you wanted to bring in one, you had to take off another one. So anytime you wanted to bring one off the bench, again, unless it was like for like, you ended up having to make 2 substitutions. It was just kind of annoying. So I figured we would go with 3 foreign players, make them all starters, or at least plan for them all to be starters. And it would just make my life a lot easier. So let's go ahead and take a look at the transfers. So if you look at our ins and our outs, this was a pretty calm off season for me. I am known to make a change or two. We saw when I had my first summer transfer window that I went crazy and brought in a ton of people. This one, much more mild. If we're looking at it, the biggest name gone is Arat. He was a good player on paper, and it was hard to replace him with a Russian national. But his production didn't quite live up to the sort of scout recommendation that he had. If we look at his stats here, I have him written down. He had 1 goal, 4 assists. He was 3rd in assists per 90, 6th in chance. This is I should clarify, these are rankings in terms of the team. He was 3rd in assists per 90, 6th in chances created per 90, 3rd in crosses per 90, but only 12th in passes per 90, 17th in passing percentage. Defensively, he had the 5th highest mistake rate per 90. He was 9th in interceptions per 90 and 18th in tackling per 90. So his production, while decent, it wasn't great. You know, he let us down with his passing. He made a lot of mistakes. He didn't really chip in a ton defensively. But he had a lot of versatility. He gave us a lot of options. He could play essentially any position down both wings. But he took up a foreign spot. And like I said, we wanted to cut down to 3 foreign players. We also got rid of Dvornikov. He was a backup player. We used him a bit. not a ton. I think he ended up, converting his minutes into games. He ended with like 8 games. Pretty good assist per 90 ratio. I think he was like second highest on the team despite playing such limited minutes. So he was effective in limited usage. But again, it's just some guy we could get rid of. We give him to our old team, Dynamo St. Petersburg. Elguja, we had signed, tried to get a mandatory fee. Unfortunately, he got switched to optional fee. So he leaves. He played extremely well last season, but we couldn't get him to work in our system when we tried. And Pulayev, again, we just let him walk on a free. In terms of players we brought in, so let's go ahead. I guess we brought in a few youngsters, a few prospects. The first one is this guy, Belayev, 15-year-old Russian. He looks to be pretty good. I think for a club of our stature, I think this is a really good capture for us, especially once we get him tutored up and stuff and get rid of that temperamental personality. I think he's going to be an extremely good center back prospect for us. We also brought in Sereda, 19-year-old Ukrainian. He's a guy that's going to be starting on our bench. We're going to be working him in and out of the lineup. We signed him on a free. He's currently valued at $115,000. That is not too shabby at all. Again, I think this is a pretty good capture for us. Looking at his physicals, they are pretty good. He has good determination, exceptional free kick ability. So excited about this guy's future. Next up, we have Andrei Sukov, 18-year-old Russian. Again, another young prospect that's going to be sitting on our bench. He's going to be rotating in the squad. Pretty good physicals. We would like to see his strength a little bit higher. He's going to get muscled off the ball a lot, which kind of sucks, but he has good determination. He has good teamwork. His flair is incredible. We're hoping this guy develops. Again, another guy we signed on a free. In addition to those prospects, we also signed a couple of backup players. We have Igor Gorbanov here. Just a solid all-around player, not dissimilar to Arat on the left side. His physical is maybe a little bit worse than Rat's, but I think he's a decentish player. He's not going to be a star. He's not going to be a standout, but he's a guy that we could plug in and he's not really going to hurt us. He's just kind of average all the way around. You just need guys like this. We also brought in Smirnov here, backup goalkeeper. We really needed another backup goalkeeper, especially a veteran goalkeeper that we could use to tutor some of our younger guys. He's not the greatest keeper, but he's just overall solid. Again, if we have to plug him in, we're not going to feel terrible about it. And then the last signing we made here is Raz, 18-year-old Russian prospect, extremely good physicals. We would like to see his strength get boosted up just a little bit, just so he's not bullied off the ball. There's a few things we'd like to see higher, some of his mentals, his crossing, his dribbling. We expect those to go up with playing time. But right now, he's like a 2.5-star player. He's not bad at all. He's going to jump in to our lineup. I think we have a veteran core in our midfield, so we could sort of afford to have a young winger out there sort of learning and developing. We signed him for $120,000. His value has, dropped horribly since joining the club. But I think going forward, he's going to be an extremely good player for us. So if we go ahead and look at the preseason predictions, we're 11-1 to win the league. We're predicted to finish 8th. So we have gained a little bit of respect, a little bit of stature. They think that we're going to be slightly better than last year in terms of their prediction, although 8th place would be a lower finish, but whatever. Last season they predicted us to be 12th, I think. As far as key players go, Alvarez Suarez and Cuckoo Kachu are our only 2 among the list. Like I said, we have a solid group of midfielders. Personally, I don't think this prediction is that far off. I think 8th would be a pretty respectable finish for us, especially given our wage budget. I think, though, especially with the way last season went, I think we can push for the playoffs this season. Last season, we gave up the 4th fewest goals. We had a ton of draws. We set a record for draws. If we could turn a few of those draws into wins, that is the difference between us finishing in 8th and us finishing in the playoffs. So the playoffs are not out of the picture this season. So what I want you guys to do is, you've seen the team last year. It's pretty much the same core. We just have a different winger. Let me know where you guys think we will finish. In my first season with the team, we finished 8th. Last season, we finished 7th. This season, we are predicted to finish 8th. Let me know if you guys think that is a reasonable expectation, or if you think, like me, we might push into the playoffs this season. Go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you guys think. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and just jump straight into the first match of the season. We're going up against Spartak Nalchik. Also this season, instead of bringing you 2 games with just key highlights on, I think I'm just going to focus on 1 match per episode, and we'll go ahead and play on extended highlights just so you guys get a better feel for the team. You can see the players more often. I think in the long run, it will help us connect to the players a little bit more. All right, so the squad we are going with today, we have Terekov up top, Artie, Alvarez, Suarez, and Raz in the midfield. Zamaliev and Kuku Kachu are defensive midfielders. Konovalov, Goldan, Marchenko, and Volkov are back line, and the Lantern is in goal. So it looks like it is a pretty rainy day here. We might opt to switch to sort of playing more direct passing. We'll see how the game goes. But with the weather being a factor, it might be beneficial to us to switch to a more direct passing style here. So it was an early free kick to them. They don't make the most of that opportunity. Terekov wins the header there. Alvarez Suarez with a left-footed shot from outside the box. Not terribly far off there. That was not a bad opportunity at all for us. You know, Alvarez Suarez, not the best finisher. But again, that wasn't a bad effort. There he is looking for Terekov. Artie fires it from the edge of the box. Left-footed shot. Again, not terribly far off. Nice interception there by Raz. Kuku Kachu finds Alvarez Suarez. Back to Raz. Terekov on the wing. Nice patient build up here. Zamaliev finds Artie in a ton of space. Can we get a good cross in? Ball in, far post. Raz, and Raz, our youngster, our new signing. Just like that, 14 minutes into his first game with the club, and he nets 1 home. Fantastic stuff. Great ball there to get Artie in space. And then this cross, far post. Oh, it's beautiful. Raz, we had mentioned that he's not the strongest player there, but in that instance, just being bigger, just being stronger, just wanting the ball more there, he nets it home for us. We take the early 1-0 lead. Ball forward now. Alvarez Suarez comes down with it. Zamaliev to Kuku Kachu. Finds Raz out wide, looking for Terekov in space. Can we get another ball in? Looking for Alvarez Suarez. That was a tough chance. That sort of ball, Alvarez Suarez just isn't going to get enough power on the header there. Maybe would have liked to see him maybe try to control that. Look for Artie, running off his back shoulder. But not a horrible attempt. He got it on target. It wasn't that bad. Ball over the top now. That is a good ball. Oh, man. So we do give up the lead. 1-1. That was a great ball over the top. Let's see what happens here. So far, so good. I mean, Goldan isn't in a horrible position there. He just got beat. He was a step behind. Would have liked to have seen him cut off that angle, not let their attacker face up to the goal. All right, throw in for us. Volkov to Zamaliev. Back to Volkov to Kuku Kachu. Finds Alvarez Suarez at the edge of the box. Again, another shot. Alvarez Suarez not afraid to take a shot this game. He hasn't been far off. All right, so 1-1 at the halftime whistle. Not a bad first half. We did get the early lead. Unfortunately, we did give it up. We got exposed with the ball over the top. I think starting the second half, I might actually switch to a more direct passing system just because it is still raining pretty heavily, and that might be beneficial to us. Okay, so we start the second half here. Like I said, we're going with a more direct passing approach here in the second half just because it is still wet out. You can't really see it on the screen anymore, but it still says it's showering. The game is going to be slowed down. The grass is heavy and wet. We're going to make a change here. We're going to take Volkov off just because he is struggling a little bit. We don't have a real substitute for him. Klimov is more of a central defender, but I'm going to go ahead and bring him out wide because he can technically play there, even though it's not quite his best position. Free kick for us. Alvarez Suarez looking into the box. Can't find anybody. They are going to collect possession here. We have to be careful not to be hit on the counter. We are getting good numbers back, although along that far side, they had a chance to hit us on a 2-on-1 there. They didn't quite take it. Their fullback kind of pulled off. Konovalov intercepts it. I lost my words there. Finds Alvarez Suarez. Terekov, again, 1v4. Would have liked to have seen him got a little bit of hope there. Ball over the top. We saw us get beat with one of these earlier. To the lantern. Looking ahead for Alvarez Suarez. Eventually comes down with it. Zamaliev, there we go. The more direct passing, paying dividends there. Terekov, Terekov nearly slots it into that far post. Not a bad effort at all. We're going to make our second change here. Terekov is having an okay game. It hasn't been that bad, to be perfectly honest. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in Lefem Nikita Maligan. So free kick for us. Zamaliev looking to get Maligan in space. Not the greatest of balls there, to be perfectly honest. Can we win back possession here? Ball launched forward. It's going to be an easy interception for us. Zamaliev to Artie. Across to Kuku Kachu to Zamaliev. Looking for Maligan in space. He should win this ball. And yes, our substitute makes me look like a genius. Maligan with a great finish. That ball in space was fantastic here. Let's take a look at this ball one more time. Zamaliev knew exactly what he wanted to do with that ball as soon as it was headed his direction. Stumbling over my words a little bit there. Maligan, 1v4, it looked like. He had basically the entire back line converging on him, but that ball was placed perfectly. He just outran everybody, slots it home. We take the 2-1 victory with time starting to run out. Free kick now. Cross the field to Artie. Artie for Maligan. Maligan looking for Raz far post. Not a great ball. Artie's going to get a second chance here. Again, looking far post for Raz. Raz to Maligan. And our youngsters here connecting, showing a bit of cohesion here. So good. This was such a good team goal here. Konovalov in space to Artie. Artie far post to Raz. Raz knocks it down to Maligan. Maligan nods it past the keeper. That was just an exceptional team goal. That pretty much seals the deal for this game. We take the 3-1 lead. 5 minutes or so left in regulation. It's going to be a mountain too high for Spartak Milchik here. We get a free kick on the edge of the box. Artie to Maligan. Maligan, so close. Trying to get that hat trick. That was a pretty good free kick. Would have liked to have seen the shot better executed, but not too bad overall. Free kick for our opponents. Now the lantern comes out. Confident goalkeeping. Running off his line there. Time is running out here. The lantern knocks it forward. Looking for Maligan. Kind of a 50-50 ball there. We eventually do not win possession. We get a tackle there. Goldan looking for Maligan in space. Maligan's beat him. He's going to get a shot off here. Cuts it inside. Goalkeeper gets a hand on it. We will win a corner here late in the game. Alvarez Suarez steps up to take it. Ball out wide to Zamaliev to Kuku Kachu. Will we get a shot off here? Out wide. Resetting things here. Patient build up. If you looked at the top of the screen, Artie was in a ton of space. We eventually find him. Heavy touch by Artie. He was one-on-one with the keeper. Had he controlled that better, I assume it would have led to another goal. And there it is, the full-time whistle. So we start the season with a 3-1 victory. Thoroughly impressive performance by the team. No real complaints at all. Would have been nice to have kept the clean sheet, but balls over the top always end up exposing us a little bit. So not too upset about it. Overall, I think that was a pretty darn good game for us. All right, guys, so we started the season off on the right foot. We have a 3-1 victory. The team looked pretty dang good. If we could put a few more performances like that, we are going to set ourselves up for a pretty successful campaign this season. Again, let me know in the comments where you think we will finish this season in the league table. Let me know if you guys think we're going to hit the playoff hunt. I definitely think we are good enough. We proved it last season that we are a tough team to beat. We just need to turn a few more of those draws into victories, and we will be a playoff team. So let me know where you guys think we will finish. Also, go ahead and go to teambusquets.com. Check out my blog, Will Work for Food. You'll get the sort of end of season recap from last season. We go into some, statistical analysis. We talk about the team, all sorts of stuff. Go ahead and check that out. That's Will Work for Food. That's at teambusquets.com. The link will be down below in the description. Be sure to like and favorite the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow along on Twitter. You will get all the latest updates on Twitter. That's at Johnny2Thumbs17. All the links to my social media and the blog are down below in the description. Go ahead and check them out. Go ahead and throw me a follow. And until next time, guys, peace.